Today's featured watch is Seiko reference SNM011k, also nicknamed the Seiko Samurai. I will explain why in a minute. This is a 200-meter water-resistant rated divers wristwatch made of stainless steel. Case diameter is 42 millimeters, lug width 22, and a lug-to-lug dimension of 48. It features a screw-down crown along with a screw-on case back. Be a nice closer look at that. You can also see some rather aggressive scratch marks as well, thanks to some ineptitude on my part in protecting the case back properly when I had to crack open the case back to do a little tinkering. So if you guys are going to do something, definitely be more careful than moi. Okay, you can see Seiko's famous wave logo. Now, why is it called the Samurai? A lot of it, or everything, has to do with the appearance of the hour markers. Let me zoom in on one of them. As you can see, it's very highly polished, and if you use a little imagination, it could look like the blade of a sword, perhaps a samurai sword. Hence the moniker Seiko Samurai. Now, this is known as the Black Samurai because there is a white dial version of this, which is obviously known as the White Samurai. Take a closer look at the dial. Quick-set data 3, luminous material on the hands and bezel pip. I believe it's Lumibrite. If I'm not correct, please correct me. It has sort of like a grid-like pattern as well. Gives it gives the dial a little bit of a sort of three-dimensionality, if you will. The bezel is 120 click, unidirectional. Very, very smooth and easy to operate. You can also see that the edge of the bezel and the crown is coated with some sort of black coating. I don't know what it is exactly, but I think it's a nice touch. Mineral glass. And if I failed to mention before, this bezel measures elapsed time. Let me give you a quick demo. How to operate the watch. Everything's actuated by the crown. Unscrew the crown. Position 1 is for date change. You advance the date by turning the crown clockwise. Pull out to last position and you can adjust the hands. When you're done, screw the crown back in. As for what's going on inside, caliber 7S35B, 23 jewel automatic, non-hand winding, non-hacking. Power reserve last I checked was about 45 hours, 20 minutes. Accuracy, I got it down to +2 to +3 seconds a day. That's why I had to open up the case back. So for what it's worth, I guess it was worth it to scratch the case back. Or at least that's why I tell myself, so I can sleep better at night. Anyway, it's doing a very good stable +2 to +3 seconds a day. Out of the box is running in excess of +15 seconds a day, which was completely unacceptable to me. In my experience, a lot of these Seikos, they tend to run a little fast out of the factory, so that's something you may want to think about before you get one. See if you can deal with it or not. Movement is beating at 21,600 beats per hour. So that's the movement. Let's talk a little bit about the bracelet. The links here are held by a system of collars and pins. For those of you who don't know what it is, let me use this pen to demonstrate. The ballpoint pen itself is the pin. This cap is the collar. There's a link here. There's a link here that you want to connect together. The holes in the link, you slide the pen through the holes, connecting the two links, and the pin goes into a collar. And that's how the links are held in place. Personally, I would have preferred links that are held in place by screw links, where there's actually like a little slot here. Use a little screwdriver to lock it into place. But it's not on this watch. The bracelet is a fold-over. It's a fold-over clasp with a safety latch. In addition to that, there are twin push buttons here that you have to push, like so, to open it up. Gives another added measure of safety. Open safety latch, press these, depress these, and it opens up. Now, there's also a Divers extension link over here, and basically the way you actuate that, bring it down. Okay, very neat, very well designed. Once again, so that's how that works. Now, among the criticisms leveled against this watch are the following. Number one, lack of crown guards. Most modern divers will have crown guards here, but we don't have them on the Samurai. Look at the way the bezel insert is marked. Generally speaking, when you go from the bezel pip to this point here, it should end at 20. You notice it doesn't end at 20 here? In fact, it doesn't end with a number at all. The first number you see is 25. If you take a look at most modern diving watches, it tends to go, this first section here should go from, should end with a 20. But it's not apparent here. Don't know why. And finally, the most glaring criticism are the hands. They should be a little bit thicker, a little bit beefier. I think it would be a little bit more in proportion with the relatively, the size of the watch and I guess the overall hefty look of the watch. So the hands are a little bit wimpy. It should have been a little bit thicker, but overall it's okay. It doesn't detract from the relatively pleasing appearance of the watch. Finally, thanks to these drill-through lugs, it's easy to mix things up a bit and change the bracelet. Just put a pointy instrument through here, push, and the bracelet comes right off. Sometimes I like to wear it on this Panerai type leather strap, 4mm thick. It's actually very, very comfortable, and I think it looks very nice on the watch. It looks something like this. Just sometimes when you're just not in the bracelet mood, this is something to consider. Now this watch has been discontinued, sadly enough. I think it's been so for a couple of years now. So, I mean, they're still out there. You probably see them on eBay or on one of these internet forums. Now, I'm not sure why they discontinued this, but who knows why a watch company actually does anything. So, there you have it. Seiko Black Samurai. A good all-around watch and good value for the money. A good all-around watch that you can wear doing chores, hiking, fishing, swimming. Okay? A watch you're not afraid to wear under any conditions. Hope you've enjoyed this review. We've been on a bit of a Seiko binge lately. Next watch I review will not be a Seiko. I don't know what yet. I have to dig around my collection and see what I want to talk about next. Thanks again for viewing. Have a great day. Bye now.